Hey guys, welcome back.
Thank
See
you.
you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming out again today.
Yep.
Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for coming out. So, of all the topics we're going to cover during this series of lessons, today we're going to talk about just putting. Okay, so that's the scoring shots that we need to improve on. As we're trying to progress our skill level, shoot lower scores, which is everybody's goal here, is it not? That's everybody's goal here. So we're going to talk about the putts that really count. We're going to break it down, review some of the fundamentals is going to be one of the first things we do. We're going to talk about stance, setup, ball position, all the things that go into the routines that we need to develop and make strong to improve our putting game. So we're going to talk about all the pre-shot fundamentals that I just mentioned. We'll identify some of the flaws and things we can improve in our short putting. Those are the makeable putts. Those are putts anywhere from that foot away to, I'd say, no more than 10 feet. Short putting, really, those are the more realistic putts that we can make. And I think a lot of amateurs struggle by trying to make too many putts that really aren't makeable. The more we improve our long putting, we all make long putts, and we want to make some long putts, but it's really about being realistic about the short putts that we're able to make, improving the things that make that process a little more detailed, the things we can do to improve making those short putts. Then we're going to talk about the other form of putting. That's lag putting. That's the long putting. That's when you're outside of that 10-foot range. Okay, there's different things to consider when we have putts like that in front of us. We'll talk about aim. We'll talk about getting inside a certain radius of making that second putt a little bit shorter and eliminating 3 putts, because you guys can probably speak from experience, 3 putts kill our score. You know, I'm sure we all have had some 3 putts recently. We want that. So we're going to talk about how to eliminate those 3 putts by improving our just fundamentals of long putting. Talk about some strategies on how to better read the greens, how to better approach the long putts we encounter out on the course, and some strategies of what to do when we're in those situations. So again, that's what we're going to cover in today's lesson. It's going to be all about putting. Again, those are the scoring shots, and we need to improve those to improve our overall golf performance. So in a few moments here, we'll discuss a little bit about those topics. We'll go over some drills, some things we'll do here today in the lesson, and that you can take with you to practice on your own to improve on those areas of our game. And then I'll give you some other practice strategies and practice drills, again, that'll maybe identify a little different with each of you that you can use to help build your putting game, build your confidence. And again, today's lesson is all about putting. I appreciate you coming out, and let's get this thing started.